Hi guys, you're welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today in this tutorial, I'll be teaching us how you can make this top with layered ruffles. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the tutorial. So as usual, I like to work with pattern papers for clarity in my illustration. And I've already drafted like a rough sketch of my basic bodice. This is going to be my center front and it's going to be cut on fold, and I'll be using this pattern to cut the front and the back. Okay, so this is my shoulder line. Let me label the rest. This is my chest line, the waistline, and of course the hemline. That's the length of the skirt. Okay, so my shoulder to chest line is half of my armhole circumference measurements. Then I have my half length, then shoulder to the hemline, the length of the blouse. Okay, so on the shoulder and chest line, I have marked half of my across back measurements, which is 7, and I've connected it together with a straight line. And on the chest line, I've marked quarter of my bust circumference. You could add half inch for ease because it's a kind of free top, then 1 inch for side seam allowance. Then I didn't do anything on the waistline. I went straight to the hip line or the hemline. I marked quarter of my hip plus 1 inch for seam allowance, and I joined everything together like so. Okay, so it's a free top, yeah, and it's startless. I've already drawn my armhole. You can watch my previous tutorial on that. The neck depth, I'll be doing 4 inch. For the neck weight, actually depends on your size. Okay, so but at least you should do 3 at least. I'm doing 3.5. It depends on your size actually. So let me just do 3.5, or you could do as wide as 4, but make sure it's not too wide. Okay, because I'll be using organza to make the main dress. So I'm just going to draw out my neckline. Okay, now if you want this blouse to have a zipper at the back, which is not even necessary, then you might need to add zipper allowance to the back pattern. Okay, so I'm just gonna come down from the shoulder line to create my shoulder slant and then connect this way. Okay, so I'm just doing a basic for this, basically with just few alterations. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be using this pattern to cut out the back. So since I'll be using the same pattern, I'll be coming down from the shoulder line by 1 or 1.5 inch for my back neck depth. You saw the same neck width, so I'm just going to connect like this. Okay, so this is front and back neckline on the same pattern paper. So I'm going to cut out, and then this is my basic sleeve. I've already drafted out. I have done a tutorial previously on that. The only difference is it's a 3/4 sleeve. Okay, so you can just check the link in my description box. I've dropped the basic sleeve tutorial there. Okay, so I've transferred the pattern to my fabric. So what I did was to cut out the 2 of them with the back neckline first and make sure it's on fold. You can see that. And then because it's organza, you might need to press it first so that you eliminate any form of wrinkling. So I'll just take off the first fabric away. Then I can now cut out the front neckline on the pattern paper. Okay, I just hope that made sense. Okay, so I'll just cut this off, and then I can now cut out my front neckline, but do not forget to add half inch seam allowance. So you can see that I've added half inch seam allowance. I didn't cut directly on the pattern. Okay, so that is clear. So this is front, and obviously the second piece is the back piece. Okay, so now the question is, how is the head going to pass through since the neckline is quite high? So what we're going to do is we're going to fold the back pattern into 2 like so. Make sure you're ironing and probably pin so that you target the center back exactly. Make sure you iron it, like I said, and I'm working with organza, so I'm just going to cut through the center back. So you could just open it as much as 6 or 7 inches. Okay, so I'll just open. So the essence of this opening is to create enough allowance for the hair to pass through. So yeah, so this is the back pattern. Okay, and of course my front. Now I will start with the sewing tutorial immediately. I'll be joining the front and back together at the shoulder with 1/2 inch, and I'll also turn my neckline with bias tape. Now a little caution, organza can be very uncomfortable if you do not clean up the sewing, the edges of the sewing allowance. So you can see that I use my bias tape to clean it up. Even if you use a serger, it's still going to make it uncomfortable. So bias is the best bet, okay, to clean up the rough edges. And I've also used my bias to turn the neckline front and back. Then the opening at the back here, I also use my bias to turn it. You can see, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead to the main job. Now I'm gonna fold my front bodice like this. We're going to be measuring the width, or how do I put it now? We are going to be arranging the ruffles on the top. Yeah. So to make the ruffles, you're going to be making use of veil nets or tulle or mesh. I don't know what you call it, but you should understand what I'm saying. Now you measure from your shoulder line to about, let's say, 1.5 inches below the chest line. So you use chalk to jack it down. Because my fabric is white, I used white chalk. So I'll just notch that point like that. Okay, so whatever color organza you're using, try to use the color that blends with it. I mean the chalk, so that you don't dirty the fabric. Now I'll be adding an interval of 2.5 inches from that point. So this is 2.5 inches, like that, all the way down. Now make sure you use chalk to draw the lines, so that when you want to start arranging the ruffles, it's going to be well arranged. So you do that on both sides, and then draw out the lines with the matching color of chalk. I'm emphasizing on that. Okay, so let me just use this as like an example to show you how I've done the ruffles. Okay, I didn't want the video to be too lengthy, so I already made the ruffle, but I'll explain how I did it for us. So this is a sample tulle, veil, net, mesh, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so what you do is you put this on fold like this and cut out long stripes. Okay, since the interval of or the spacing I created on the bodice is about 2.5 inch, then the length of the ruffle should be twice. Okay, so what I have here is about 5.5 inches. Then the remaining 1/2 inch you use it to make pleats or gathers on one end of the ruffle. You can see what I'm doing. So that is what you're going to be doing, and I've created my ruffles with this. So I bought about 8 yards of veil nets, and I've created ruffles. So you're going to have lots and lots of long stripes. Okay, so now I'm going to be arranging it. So I'll arrange the first one on the first layer here. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the back. Now you might want to ask, what about joining the front and back piece first before sewing it? No, it might be difficult for you to arrange it. So now I'll go ahead to attach the ruffles. Now look at the direction of the attachment. I'm going to be sewing this way, and then you now turn it that way. Did you get that? Yeah, so I'll go ahead and attach it to all the layers, all the lines I've drawn. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is about 8 yards. So far so good. This is how far I've gone. Okay, so if you don't draw those lines, the ruffles will not be well arranged. Now this is my basic sleeve. I'll be repeating almost the same process on the sleeve. So you want to fold your basic sleeve into 2 and then mark the cap line. So the cap line for this sleeve is 4 inches. If you didn't get that about the cap line, please watch the tutorial on my basic sleeve tutorial. Yeah, so on the sleeve 2, I'm going to be creating the interval of 2.5 in like I've done on the bodies. Okay, and then make sure you roll the hemline of your blouse, and make sure you do that with bias. Okay, so this is my sleeve. Back to the sleeve again. So like I said, you are going to be drawing the lines, very important, and then attaching the ruffles. Okay, so here, this is my sleeve. I've attached the ruffles. So if you don't want to encounter any form of problem with the joining, that's now I want to attach the sleeve to the armhole. Make sure you are working with pins, very importantly. So I'm attaching the sleeve to the armhole on both sides of the bodice, and make sure that after sewing, okay, so this is it. Before I go into that, this is it. So the armhole, you can see that I use my bias tape to clean it, or else you won't be able to wear this blouse, trust me. Organza is a very funny fabric. So now I'm going to be sewing the sizing all the way down. Same thing on the other side. Okay, and I also use my bias tape to turn the hemline. Okay, so like I said, please make sure you use the bias tape to clean all the seam allowances. I am placing so much emphasis. Yes, and then for this point here, I just add probably hook, a button, you can add a rope. You can see that I've turned the hemline. So this is the final outcome of the top. You can see it so lovely. So I'll be expecting you to make yours. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.